We're going to have a look at a modified version of hip external rotation in the 90-90 position for PAILS and rails. So the 90-90 position remains the same. I have a 90-degree angle at my front knee, at my hip, and my rear knee. Now I'm going to turn to the side for a better view. My setup is the same for external rotation. I want to think about squaring myself on with my lead leg. From here, I want to lift the rib cage up and belly button up towards the ceiling so I can get more extension in my lumbar region. Then I want to think about sending my tailbone backwards and my knee forwards. As I do so, I should experience I sit deeper into my hip capsule stretch. Now while maintaining that, I'm going to walk out to the side with my hands, roughly at a 45-degree angle, and I'm slowly going to fold until I start to find a stretch on the outside of my hip. Feel free to play with the angle a little bit. Try and find a good line of tension for yourself. Once you've found that line of tension, spend 2 minutes. During these 2 minutes, I'm going to focus on diaphragmatic breathing, so 4 seconds in, 8 seconds out. Once I've held here for 2 minutes, my PAILS contraction is going to be to internally rotate into the ground. So I'm going to think about pushing this knee and foot into the ground, but with more emphasis of pushing the foot in so I can actually create a rotation effect at the same time. So, I start by taking a deep breath in, I pack that air down, I start to irradiate, so I send tension through my arms, think about spreading the floor apart, tension through the upper torso, into my abdominals, into both of my legs, and then with 20% effort, I'm starting to push this knee and foot into the ground, with more emphasis of pushing the foot into the ground. I then build that up slowly to 40%, 60, 80, and then my greatest, safest effort, and I hold here for 10 to 15 seconds. Once I've held here for 10 to 15 seconds, without coming out of the stretch or relaxing, I'm going to think about externally rotating the hip now. So I want to focus on trying to lift this foot off the ground. So I attempt to try and lift the foot off the ground, thinking about rotating this way for 10 to 15 seconds. Once I've done that for 10 to 15 seconds, I slowly relax, and without coming out of the stretch, I fall a little bit lower to find a new passive stretch. From here, spend 30 seconds working diaphragmatic breathing again before going on to the second round.